How we doing, guys? It is the Hockey Card Whisperer Football Edition, Super Bowl fucking Sunday. I've gone out and gotten my slightly non-gay fucking London Fog with my cinnamon powder sprinkles and my fucking soy. So we've got that. We've already started, done that. Already got all the fucking food for today. The party is going to be amazing. Me, the Rocket. Might leave the door open for a couple fucking stragglers. I heard one of the Beards might stop by. That's not for sure, but if fucking Mossy does come by, it will be epic. I feel bad for Mossy yesterday. So yesterday, Mossy stopped by. So for those that don't know Mossy and Trevor, between two beards, he is basically fucking Gronkowski, Winnipeg. Fucking straight beauty. He looks like Brett Burns. You guys have all seen him. And every Friday, he owns his own electrical company. So every Friday around noon, he decides that it's fucking time to stop working and literally fucking rolls into my place with a 30 rack. And then we start pounding like we did on fucking Friday. So it's like once every couple weeks, this fucking beauty just pulls in 30 rack, start banging, right? So Friday, he got here about 2:30, so and he came with a 15 pack. So we start going, right? We're just fucking going. And Darren Schroeder from Souris had sent some fucking lobster jars, his lobster jars that he has, fucking beaut. And so we polished off one of those. We went through the 15 beers. We fucking had a bunch of fucking Caesars. And then he left, right? He had to go. And so he went home and did his thing. And fuck, I continued because I was already, you get to that point where you're right there, and it's like, okay, if I have one more, then I'm going to have 10, and if I don't, I'm going to get a good night's sleep and no hangover. Well, I chose poorly and went hard. So yesterday, I was down with Frank at the storage unit, and Mr. fucking Big Shot had the movie cameras there again. Tell me, Mantle Whisperer, about your card. Oh. And Frank's all stoic, he's sitting there with his little fucking sweater on, and yes, my card is amazing, and I'm amazing, and what a fucking beauty he is. Anyway, so we hung out. I had a guy show up who I was meeting to do a deal, right? He wanted to bring a deal to me. So you can't make this shit up. So you can't travel right now, right? So bring him to the storage unit. We can have people over there, right? It's a safe, secure place. It's indoor, right? It's fucking whatever. So a buddy of mine who I do a lot of stuff with, who brings a lot of referrals to me, is one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, brought this guy over. So he's got a pretty good collection, like no joke. So I'm like, all right, yesterday was amazing in like 25 different ways. So he comes to the storage unit. He's got a fucking box, right? It's 35 below fucking zero. He pulls in. I let him in the storage unit. We are not fucking 2 steps in the fucking building, right? And he's behind me, and this is all he fucking says, right? And I don't look at his face because he's got a fucking stupid mask on his face, right? But this is exactly the words that come out of his mouth. If you don't have, oh, by the way, if you don't have $40,000, $50,000 in cash, I might as well go home right now. I just was like, I know what I heard. And usually I would have just turned around and said, get the fuck out, right? I probably would have kicked the stuff out of his hand, let it scramble all in the snow, and then let him fucking, pick up his shit and leave. But out of respect for my dear friend, I just let it go, right? I just let it go. And I figured, okay, we're going to give him a second chance. So we get to my unit, open it up, and it's all set up in there, to do some deals and shit. And he says to me, he goes, he's got a mantle ball, a PSA DNA mantle ball. He's got a Roger Maris autograph stuff. He's got a bunch of 56, 57, 58 Topps hockey. He's got a bunch of 53 wrestling cards, which were kind of cool, nothing great. He's got Gretzky rookie. He's got some pre-war stuff that I didn't see. He's got a lot of CFL football, and he's also got some really nice stuff. So he's got it in a box. He puts it down, and he's got the 2 baseballs in these little golden baseball gloves, right? And so I just said, okay, so I've forgotten everything that he said at the door. I let it go, right? And then so and what he's doing. See, here's what happens. A lot of guys that don't really, like, he's a collector, but he's not a dealer, he doesn't buy and sell. So he comes in, he's trying to play the heavy. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, come in however you want to come into me, but understand this, when I'm dealing with you, I am going to be brutally and blatantly honest. And if I think you're full of shit, I'm going to tell you. If I think you need to be told to go fuck yourself, I'm going to tell you. And that's that. And I expect every one of you to say the same and be the way with me, right? So let's just get that on the table. So he puts all the stuff in there, and I said, okay, listen. And he's got a WHA pin set. The 25s, 28 teams, whatever the fuck it was. It's a nice pin set. It's worth a couple $100. So he puts that down and he goes, okay, he goes, basically this right here is first $40,000. But before he says that, he says to me, he goes, I just want you to know that my collection is the largest in Canada. I'm the biggest collector in Canada, and nobody in Canada is bigger than me or my stuff. And I'm sitting on my little stool in there, and I'm just like, all right, that's twice. Now, I got to make a decision now with respect to my friend who's right there, who is, after we talked, after this whole thing, is in shock that this guy's fucking talking to me like that. So then finally I said, the $40,000 you were talking about back at the door, is that for everything in your collection? Or is it, like, what does that represent? What is, he goes, no, that's for this stuff right here. And honestly, you can't make this shit up, dude. I mean, like, it's his collection that he had in front of him was probably worth $5,000, maybe 6 on a good day. So, which means I'm, I work on 30 points, so I'm okay getting into it for 3,800, whatever, 3,500. I don't trust any mantle ball. I don't care what sticker it's got on it. 99% of them are fake. He had a couple other balls and shit. So I was like, dude, you know what? So I let the second one go about he's the biggest collector. And then he fucking said it again. He said, I'm not here to play games. If you don't have the cash, then I'm just going to pack all this stuff up. And I said, okay, before you do that, I said, listen, you're not the biggest collector in Canada. Like, I've had it now. And now, so I let him have it. And I'm not going to get into the tone, but it was like, fuck you. I said, first of all, dude, you're not even the biggest collector in this fucking storage unit between me and my partner. Never mind the guy down the fucking hall, my brother, who's got 3. I said, who the fuck, who comes in here? I said, first of all, you walked in here with your mouth. I let it go. You sat in here and now you're fucking, I said, I don't walk into a doctor's office and tell him how to diagnose because I watched 2 episodes of ER. I said, you just walked into a doctor's office and that's exactly what you're doing. So pack up your shit and get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. Take your fucking shit and get the fuck out. And then all of a sudden it fucking flipped. He's like, well, I'm just when he first came in, he also said that he's 60 years old or he's about to turn 60 years old and he wants to sell all this stuff for his wife and his kids. Fair point. After he flipped, he goes, I'm 54 years old. And I'm like, holy fuck, man. Like, what is the stories? Like, what are we doing right now? I said, dude, I don't want to hear your fucking, how many lies you're telling me here or that you're the greatest collector in the world with your dog shit here. I said, you couldn't give me this stuff for free? Take your shit, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And then he switched and he's like, well, no, can you, I don't know. Can you educate me? I said, you walked in here like you're King Kong, right? And I'm telling you to go fuck yourself, take your shit, get the fuck out. I don't want it. You couldn't give it to me. So then my buddy, he's like, well, okay. He says, well, maybe we can start over again. Right? So I look at him and he knows, like, I'm fucking frothing at the mouth because I don't mind if you come and that's your shtick and that's the way you're going to go about this and you're going to come into it aggressive and hard and that's okay. I'm cool with that. But at some point you've got to fucking talk a little normal and start talking sense. So out of respect to him, I said, okay, I'll start fresh. I'll start fresh. I said, so I went over and I just pointed to the WHA set, right? The pin set. And I said, okay, let's start right here. Start fresh. How much you want for the pin set? Well, I want $100 US for that. I want all my money in US because that's how the hobby goes. I don't know if you're aware. I look, I'm like, he goes, and I'm letting him finish. He goes, I don't know if you're aware, but everything is in US prices. So my stuff is in US prices and I want US money, period. $100. I said, I'll give you $100 Canadian for that piece of shit. That's the most. And he just scoffed at it, right? I mean, we're talking about a $25 difference right now. But I knew that he would say no. So he said no, right? And he's talking, like he's a talker. This is what my buddy told me. He doesn't stop talking. He doesn't stop talking. He's fucking telling us story after story. And then I fucking stopped and said, listen, I don't want to hear fucking story time with fucking, Glenn. That's his name. I don't want to hear story time with Glenn. I don't want to hear you open your mouth anymore. Your fucking voice is going through me. I gave it a second chance. I gave it a third chance. Get your shit, get the fuck out. So he's still talking, and storage units. So I'm like, okay, grab your shit. I start pulling it down. He picks up his stuff, and he goes, well, what's just happened here? I said, I don't like you. I don't want to buy your stuff. You're leaving. I got shit to do. So we start walking, and we get to the thing, and he's at the door, and he starts talking about his friends in Russia, about how he does this training stuff, and I'm like, I look at my buddy, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'll call you later. I look at him, and I said, I don't like Russia, and I close the fucking door. Even though I do, but right on. I get a call from my bud like 10 minutes later, and he said the guy was fucking sobbing outside crying, saying he fucked up, he fucked up, he fucked up. Crying, sobbing, because he came in like Mike Tyson in Japan with Buster Douglas, and he left like Mike Tyson did in Japan, fucking defeated and beat. Now, that was not my intention. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a fucking straight shooter, super nice, will fucking work with anybody. Everybody knows that. But he came in fucking thinking he was the heavyweight champ, and he left without the belt. And now he doesn't know what to do, because now I'm imposing a fucking 40% fucking tariff for him just being a fucking asshole. So the next time he comes, the 30% profit I was going to fucking buy for is now 70, maybe 75. So that was my day yesterday in the morning. In the afternoon, I'm sitting here. So get back to Mossy. I get home. Mossy comes up here with a 30 rack with our good buddy Josh, right? So social distancing, got our masks on. We're in fucking different corners of the fucking room, and we start fucking pounding beers. And I get a text from my other buddy Sean in Winnipeg. He's like, Hunter, boom, Tops Gretzky rookies available, right? And I'm like, and I see the price. I think it was like $1,200, $1,300, and it was a 5.5. And I'm like, okay. I said, that's a pretty good price. So I call the guy right away. We're in our fucking beer and a half, right? We're all comfortable. Fucking 3 hockey games are getting going on the TVs. Fucking starting to hammer beers back, and I'm on my phone. And I'm like, I text the guy. I'm like, hey, what's the best price you'll take for this? He gives me the fucking price, and I'm like, boys, I gotta go. I gotta fucking go. And he's 10 minutes from me. And I know that every fucking guy in Winnipeg is on this, right? The phone is blowing up, right? So I'm like, I gotta go. I said, you guys are free to stay here, hammer beers. I'll be back in like an hour. So they're like, fuck it, we're going. They leave. They took their fucking beers too, which was fucking, you bring beers into somebody's house. It's like when you go to a party and you bring booze, the booze stays. Not with my boys. My boys take their booze. So we're having a conversation about that. So I zip over to the fucking guy's house. On the way, I'm like, hey, do you got anything else? He's like, yeah, I got that, right? I got the cup hologram. I'm like, but he goes, that's $1,000 firm. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm on my way. So get to the guy's place, right? Comes down, shows me the fucking tops, right? Got a little bit of a crack case. I really don't care about that. That's $40 to fix. I could give a shit. 5.5, and he's got that. So as I'm sitting there negotiating this deal in an apartment complex in the fucking lobby, his phone is exploding by all the fucking Winnipeg suspects. I know all the boys that are there, but I'm in the fucking lobby, right? First in wins with a pocket full of fucking dough. So we're negotiating, and so anyways, I said, listen, he says, oh, this guy, and he's naming names, right? So I know who's calling him, but I ain't saying shit. And I said, I could tell you to tell them that I'm here, and all those fucking calls will stop because they know they're not getting it, but we'll just let it go. So he's like, oh, this guy said he'll pay me exactly what I want, and he'll come in an hour. I said, oh, that's nice. I said, and I pulled out my money. I'm like, well, I got money right now, so what do you want to do? So I go, I'm going to give you an offer, because he gave me the price. Remember, I don't make offers because I can't be the buyer and the seller. So he gave me a price, and I said, okay, here's my offer. And I went, boom, and I put the money on the fucking table, and I said, I'm going to tell you this. It's a one-time offer. Take it, or I'm walking out the door with my money, and you can take your chances and answer your phone for the next fucking 5 days and have your phone blow up, and somebody's going to come in here and offer you the exact same thing, if not maybe less. So here it is. And he's like, dude, boom, your deal. Give him the money, take the stuff. He tells me a few war stories about fucking whatever. Nice conversation, good guy. So get in the car, come home, okay? Good fucking Saturday for deals, right? So then I get home, I post it, and then of course all the fucking boys in Winnipeg are like, you prick, fuck you. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So today's Super Bowl Sunday, and we're already on here for 15 minutes. I didn't want it to go that long. Super Bowl Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. I don't, whatever. I don't believe in what the fuck you want. I whatever. But I did notice this today. It is the Lord's Day, and we all know that Tom Brady's Jesus. So, but if you want to do something kind of neat, I saw this. If you take Tom Brady's face and take all the beautiful hair and all the other stuff that goes with it, and just superimpose him on any picture you've ever seen of Jesus, he fucking looks like Jesus. You put Tom Brady's face with Jesus hair, he looks like Jesus. And rightfully so. So today I've got the New England Patriots beating Kansas City. Yeah, you heard me, New England Patriots, because that's Tom Brady and the Gronk. It's basically New England. So we're in the Super Bowl, unlike Pittsburgh, who fucking blows. Nancy Drew Brees, he blows. Fucking Aaron Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, give me I suck in the snow for 400. Fucking Rodgers, he fucking blows. Going against Mahomes, listen, this game could be 38-31 for either team, and nobody would be surprised. Tom Brady's not expected to win this one, because you can be sure as shit if he doesn't win, it's going to be, he's 6-4 in fucking Super Bowls. He's in his 10th Super Bowl. Like, the debate's over. So it wouldn't surprise me to see KC win. They're fucking amazing. It wouldn't surprise me to see the New England Patriots win today. They're fucking unbelievable. So I'm going to take New England 34. I'm going to go New England 37, 34. 37-34 with a fucking last-minute drive for Brady and a 38-yard field goal to win it. So 37-34 fucking New England today. What else? Frank's card, boy, it's getting heated up, isn't it? Boy, the fucking guys are going crazy online. So everyone's complaining that, all these guys, the sheet cut. So if you are one of those guys that is arguing over and over again that it's sheet cut, one of my buddies, when I mentioned the word sheet cunt, like the sheet cunt guys, he said, what does that mean? If you're complaining about it being sheet cut, you're a sheet cunt, right? Find something to do. Grab a hobby. You don't have the money to buy the fucking card anyway, so stop talking. Right? It's not in your fucking world. Not my world either. That card's not in your world, so stop talking about it. Right? Pay your mortgage. Right? Pay your car payment. Pay your fucking bills. Put your kid in parochial school. And shut the fuck up about things you can't afford. Period. End of story. We'll see where it ends up, right? Whatever it ends up, right? What else thing? I wrote a couple things down today because I'm fucking a little hungover from fucking drinking Caesars all night. So, yep, I think it pretty much covers it, boys. So, good deals yesterday. Dealt with a fucking lunatic in the morning. Dealt with a great guy in the afternoon. Didn't have to fucking travel but 3 miles to the fucking west and fucking 4 miles to the south. Picked up a beauty tops. 5.5, right? I believe the last one just comped out at fucking 2600. It'll be up to $3,000 before you know it, and that fucker's getting graded. It's got a little fucking scuff right here. You can kind of see the two little scuffs. So that's going to fucking hammer it on the fucking surface. The bottom two corners, little fucking boom. Back's pretty nice all the way around. It could pull a 6. I don't think it'll go much higher than that. I think it's probably a 6, and that'll be fine. So we'll be happy with that. So anyways, the New England Patriots 37, Kansas City 34. Have a good fucking day today, right? Sheet cunt guys, go fuck yourself, right? The guy who came over yesterday with the greatest collection in the world, go fuck yourself. You are getting fucking a percentage beating when you fucking call me back to buy your dog shit. I will buy it, but you are not getting anywhere near the money you want. And mystery bag fucking 15, which by the way is really 14. I missed one, right? The Rocket Mills said to me, she's like, hey, dummy, you just did mystery bag 13. You said it was 14 and now you're doing 15. You completely missed 14. Well, I called her dumb. And said, you're beautiful and you're the Rocket, but don't tell me I'm not fucking smart. Well, I've been in the shit fucking doghouse since that fucking conversation happened. So we're on 15, and as the U.S. press secretary for Joe Sleepy Biden says, we'll fucking circle back to 14. So we're going to go 15 now, 14. We got 42 spots left. We've got fucking a 10-spot deal for Super Bowl today. Fucking pop in. And lastly, at the 20-minute and 15-second mark, we are doing the grading. We are submitting. On March 1st. Get your fucking shit in if you want them graded, boys. Get them graded. Let's go. I've got 264 cards in right now for the boys. Can't wait to get them back, right? Next March 1st, boom, next grade. So get your submissions in, get your mystery bags done. We'll hopefully run that Tuesday if we can get her sold out. Patriots fucking 37, the Chiefs 34. Tom Brady, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 329 yards, and your Super Bowl MVP. Get fucked.